This is Pavas Mehra. We are present today at Pareto Securities annual healthcare conference in Stockholm. And with me I have Kleanthis Xanthopoulos, CEO of IRRAS. Welcome, Kleanthis, first of all.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
So could you please tell us a bit more about IRRAS and the product that you're developing?
IRRAS is a commercial stage company focusing on neurocritical care, basically addressing some very significant healthcare unmet needs. And we have a technology that is transformative, that is based on essentially a fluid exchange in an intelligent way to evacuate intracranial bleedings from patients.
All right. And looking forward, out of an investor perspective, are there any specific events that we can be on the lookout for?
Absolutely. We have received approval by the US FDA and launched with our own sales force in the US in the beginning of this year. So obviously sales in the US, and as we establish our footprint in the market there, that will be very important to follow. We have some very early forward-looking successes in the US. The second big catalyst is of course the reintroduction of the product in the European Union. We are expecting to hear in terms of our CE mark recertification this year, and expect to be back in the market quickly thereafter in the EU. And of course, importantly also to look that we have global aspirations. We have a transformative company and transformative set of products. We just got approvals in a couple of other countries. Israel is one, for example, where we're seeing global expansion through a network of distributors. So those three catalysts would be very important to follow.
And just like shortly about the numbers, how big is the addressable market in US and in EU, and also the next big geographies that you're looking at?
Very good point. The market is big and growing. It's about 1.2 billion when you look in the EU and the US alone in terms of intracranial bleeding indications. So it's a very big market, currently dominated by three players, and we now have an assembly of products and a system that are unique and differentiated, that we think we can play in this market and win, not just be part of the market, but also be ultimately the dominant player. If you look at globally, we think that will exceed 1.5 billion and potentially up to 2 billion in total global sales. So very important market, unmet medical need. We're providing comprehensive solutions.
That sounds impressive indeed. And in terms of market share, what are we aiming for?
Over the next 3 years, our target is to have a 10% market share. That will justify and substantiate the financial targets that we have. 275 million SEK within the next 3 years by 2021 is what we have disclosed publicly. I think because the market is also growing based on aging population and incidence of hemorrhagic hematoma and intracranial bleedings are increasing, we think we can do better and substantiate those numbers with a better penetration in the future.
Thank you very much for the walkthrough, and we're looking forward to following IRRAS ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.